Hey everyone! So in this lab we are going to be making batteries using different types of metals and fruits and vegetables. So I've got here a voltmeter, which is obviously going to be reading the voltage, and then I have an apple, a lemon, and a potato. And we are going to just put different types of metals into these fruits or vegetables. So for example, I've got things like aluminum, copper, zinc, and then we'll just be testing their voltage. Now you should be recording the data on a paper that looks like this, or maybe you're on a Google Doc. So we're going to start with copper and zinc in a potato. So this is copper, and then I'm going to grab a zinc nail here, and I'm going to grab my probes. Oops. Put my red one here on the copper and my black one on the zinc. Oops. Okay, and my voltmeter is reading 1.008. So you can write that down for the voltage. Now the black lead or probe is the one that is releasing the electrons. So the zinc is releasing the electrons, it's being oxidized, and then the copper is gaining the electrons, so it's being reduced. So we're going to try that same combination of metals, but in the lemon. So I'm just going to switch these over. Man, copper doesn't want to go in the lemon. There we go. Okay, so now we got it in the lemon. Putting my black on the zinc and the red on the copper, and we'll see if the lemon is any different than the potato or if the voltage is about the same. Okay, so it looks like the voltage is just slightly lower in the lemon. I've got 0.975. So you can go ahead and record that, but pretty similar to what we were looking at in the potato. And just for fun, let's go ahead and try the same thing in the apple. So there's my copper, there's my zinc. So you can record this on the data table. We've got copper and zinc, and the fruit is the apple. Okay, and almost exactly the same as the potato. Looks like maybe a little bit lower, 1.006 or 5. All right, so let's try some different combinations of metals now, and I'm just going to use the potato because it's a little less messy and it had a pretty high voltage, so it works pretty well. I'm going to try the zinc, and I'm going to try aluminum this time. So I just pulled a piece of aluminum out. So you can write down on this one, this is zinc and aluminum in a potato. Okay. So right now I've got the black on the aluminum and the red on the zinc, but we've got a negative number, so that means I need to switch these. So my black's actually going to end up on the zinc. Oops. There we go. Okay, so black is on the zinc, so zinc is releasing the electrons. The aluminum is gaining the electrons, and the voltage is 0.419. So definitely not as good as my zinc and copper. Let's try aluminum and copper, see how that works. So I've still got my aluminum in there. Okay, now I've got the black, oops, this doesn't want to stay in here. I've got the black on the aluminum this time. And the red on the copper, it looks like it's 0.0528 or something. So again, this is aluminum and copper in a potato, 0.0528 voltage about. We're fluctuating a little bit, but more or less, that's what it is. Okay, so let's now try some iron. So I'm gonna do copper and iron together. So let's start with the black on the iron. Okay, so iron and copper, we've got a voltage of 0.193, so not very high. This isn't a great battery. Let's try a couple of different combinations. Let's keep the copper, and I'm going to try some magnesium. So the magnesium is pretty soft. It's a little hard to get it in the potato. So here's the magnesium. All right, so this is a really good one. It's 1.408, so that's even higher than my copper and zinc. So right now the magnesium is releasing the electrons, the copper is gaining the electrons. So this looks like it's the highest voltage so far. I don't actually remember how many I've done, so I'm just gonna do a couple more. When you get to 9 on your worksheet, you can stop. Let's just try magnesium with the iron, see what happens. So still got magnesium. Oops. So it looks like magnesium is really good at giving off electrons, since that voltage was so high. Okay, we've got a 0.985, so not as good as with the copper. So copper is better at gaining the electrons. Magnesium is pretty good at giving them off. And yeah, okay, so that's iron. Let's try the magnesium with aluminum. Okay, so magnesium and aluminum, I've got 0.835. Again, the magnesium is giving off the electrons. And just for fun, let's do one more with the magnesium. Let's do the magnesium and the zinc. And this will be the last one. Okay, magnesium and zinc, we've got 0.476, so not a good combination there. Definitely, again, best combination was magnesium and copper. So copper is good at gaining electrons, magnesium is good at giving them up. All right, so that's the fruit battery lab. You can go ahead and answer the questions now.